Hi everyone, so we are here with our today's lesson for our daily learning course to achieve expertise in conversational English. Today's lesson is basically based on the phrasal verbs that includes the word call, right? This is a very important lesson as we learn some phrases that we can actually use in our conversational English and we usually use wrong, right? Call on, call up, call at. So we learn what is the meaning and one example. You can post your examples like always in the comment section. The course is presented by me, Harshita Jain. Something about me, I am pursuing BCom from Delhi University. I am a CSC aspirant and my interests include writing, dancing and photography. If you want to follow me on Unacademy, you can use this link, and for any queries, write to me in the comment section and Q&A section, which is Unacademy Digest. Your feedback is really important to us, so please do not forget to rate and review the course and recommend the lessons that you really like. Here is the recommend option and this is what it looks like. You can also follow me on the Unacademy Learning app. The first phrasal verb that we have is call on, which means to pay a visit, to visit somebody's house, office or whatever the place is, but to visit somebody, right? Now, call on, how it is used in a sentence, the example will tell us, he is planning to call on Neha today, right? So this is, it is talking about a place that he's planning to call on Neha today. So he's planning to visit to Neha, but wherever we are not mentioning the place. In the next sentence we are mentioning the place. I called on Mr. Smith at his office, right? So he called, I'm saying that I called on Mr. Smith. I visited Mr. Smith at his office, right? Now the next is call after, which means to call somebody with a name which is which is decided, or what should I say, which is like decided after somebody else, right? Especially a family member, right? Like I am Harshita and somebody is, if I would have been named on some ancestors or somebody, so people, what would people say, that I'm called Harshada after this person, right? This is how we use it. So giving a child same name as somebody else, as especially a family member, but it could be a friend or whoever. So the example is, we have called him Benjamin after his father, right? So Benjamin, we call him after his father. So his father's name was Benjamin and this is why we have named him so. Next is, I called her Neha after her sister. Yeah, because Neha was her sister's name. This means like this, right? So we can use call after when we want to say that this child is named as someone else. Next is call around, again to go to somebody's house or to visit them. This is very similar to call on. I called around yesterday but you weren't there. So again we are not mentioning the name of the person, the name of the place or wherever we visited. We're just saying that I called around means I went to your house or I went to your office but you weren't there. She couldn't call around because she was sick. She couldn't visit because she was sick. So call around means to visit somebody, right? Next two are call away and call back. Call back is usually very common. Call away means to ask someone to go somewhere else, right? So you want to say that person, अब this is, ये तो contradictory हो गया ना, सुनने में थोड़ा सा. Call, we usually say, and away is related to making somebody go. So this is what call away says, that to ask someone to go somewhere else. So you want them to leave. So you could say, I am afraid the doctor was called away on an emergency earlier today. Now this means that I am sorry, the doctor was called away, which means the doctor had to leave to somewhere else because of an emergency, right? Yeah, okay. Callback means to return a phone call or to phone someone again. As I said, it is really common. We usually use this word very much. So he's on another call at the moment, but I will get him to call you back. So he's on another call, but once he cuts that call, I'll disconnect the call. I'll ask him to call you back. Okay. So this is how we use call away and call back. If you have any kind of confusions still left in any of the phrasal verbs, you could just ask me in the comment section. The next one is call for, which means public. Okay, it has three different meanings. Now I have discussed all the three meanings and the one example with each. Publicly demand that something can be done, which means that people are demanding for something publicly. We have strikes and all that, so they are publicly demanding something, right? So whenever we want to say that public is demanding for something that should be done, okay, so we use call for. The protesters were calling for the resignation of the president. Now for means to the reason. We are using call here for announcing something, for asking something to be done, and for is कि आप reason बताएंगे कि क्या reason था. So the protesters were calling, मतलब publicly demanding something. What was that demand? For the resignation of the president. Clear enough? Yeah. To require or make necessary. So to make something necessary. John got the job. This news calls for a celebration. Right? So this news requires a celebration. Yeah, we are saying that something has become necessary due to something, and both the things need to be mentioned. Now to go somewhere or to pick someone. Yeah, this is what something we use. I will call for you around 7. Try to be ready on time. So I'll come to pick you up at 7, around 7. Try to be ready on time. So we are telling somebody that I'll pick them up. Okay. The next three are call forth, call at, and call down. Call forth means to elicit a reaction, to give a reaction to something. Bernard insulted his wife's mother, which called forth an angry response from her, which means that something has happened which called forth कि उसके बाद response उस चीज को कैसा मिला, ऐसा मिला. तो कैसा मिला, एक angry response मिला. He got an angry response from her wife. Now call at, to stop at some station or port or harbor. We usually use it for trains or planes or whatever, some transport, right? Okay, this train will be calling at every station on the way to London. So this train will be stopping at every station. Call at, right? Call at, stop at. Call down means to find fault with. Yeah, my professor is a perfectionist and always calls me down for such minor errors. So he's a very very much a perfectionist, and that is why what he does it that he even points out the smallest most minor errors, right? This is what you want to say. So this is how we use these three phrasal verbs. I hope you like the lesson. Thanks for watching. Now what your job is, you have to post again your examples using these phrasal verbs into the comment section. I'll check them and I'll let you know if it needs any correction. Moreover, if you have any suggestions or lessons that you think should be added to the course, you could let me know at Unacademy Digest. Bye-bye.